Downpours of rain associated with this, and a severe thunderstorm watch until 3 o'clock this morning. Fortunately, it's nothing at Rocklahoma at this point, where there's still thousands of people out there. But this is a solid line, and then our tornado warnings on the south side of this, and this can cycle, and this can cause some serious damage. And as we mentioned, again, if you're just joining us, Oklahoma City has had confirmation of, unfortunately, injuries and deaths associated with a tornado that spun up across the west sides of Oklahoma City, El Reno area. So the tornado warning continues for this area. Let's go back to Links 3 and take a look at what it looks like right now. Circulation feature is still along 990 Road, right in here. And Michael has the newest update, and so that's at 1212. And I would, if we could even move that probably east about 1.5 miles or 2 on the track. That 990 Road is the center of that circulation feature. And so if you're along that, we do want you to take cover right now, because it is moving. Michael, is that moving at about 40, 45?
40, 45 is what it's warned for.
Oh, man. Okay. So it's moving at a very quick rate, and then Bob's coming back in around behind it. And as he said, and Bob, I know you're kind of on a country road or on a road that's just okay, but you didn't see any power flashes or anything, right?
Negative. No power flashes. Right now I'm caught in the heavy rain on this really bad road, but I never did see anything that I would say was power flashes. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. We'll let you go back to trying to drive safely through that. Again, he's out in kind of the country of northwestern Okfuskee County, getting behind that. So this is a circulation. It's kind of broad. This is a meso, which it means that it's just a big thunderstorm that's rotating around. And as that's rotating around, it's tracking, though. Unfortunately, a lot of people would be sleeping. If you have the app, News on 6 app, those things will wake you up. And that'll get you to watch TV, I guess we'll say. But it's a good thing in this situation because we want you to move to a place of safety. Again, if you're along 990 Road, and then that'll extend right on up to the Creek County line. So at this time, Southwest Creek County, you're far Southwest Creek County, you're pretty much clear to this. But if you're in southeastern Creek County, you're a little bit closer to it. So that goes to about 331st Street. To 930 Road to the north of Welty, so still be advised for that, and then back down to the south, 1000 Road, and then also 1040 Road to the south. So that would be kind of the range, I would say, from 1040 Road to the south, and then back up to Creek County line. Notice the circulation feature is still involved right in here, so it's still rotating around. Could put down a tornado.
New tornado warning.
And now Northern Creek County, so we'll move to that as well. Is Brandon staying on that?
Brandon's heading that way.
All right. So this is a tornado warning that we're doing right now for southern, really far southern Creek County, and then we have northern Okmulgee, or I shouldn't say northern Okmulgee, northern Okfuskee County right in here. So its county line is right here, 990 Road. And so the circulation's still here, maybe not super tight, but we could have a tornado right in this area at this moment. Let's move to the north on Links 4 and show you what's going on this other one. This is the newest circulation feature near Terrellton to Jennings. If you have your cell phone going off right now, that is because of this tornado warning that is in effect. So this will be just south of Jennings. Circulation feature at this time wrapping up, and near Terrellton, we'd like for you to move to a place of safety at this very moment. So if you're around the Terrellton area right now, and also into northern Creek County, and then this will take it from Terrellton and potentially to Lake Keystone and around the Manford area. So this is moving. Is that warm for 30?
30 to yeah, around
right in there. Okay, so it's a little bit slower on this side, but this is on the apex or the comma head of this thunderstorm line, and this is something we mentioned during the newscast that we were afraid could happen because we had all these severe storms going through Oklahoma City with tornado warnings, and that was going to ride up to where these thunderstorms had died out. Now there's a boundary right in here, and so that's coming right along that boundary, and that's over Keystone Lake pretty much. So this is a circulation tightened up considerably. Here are the locations that Michael has right now for us. 1225, that extends to Keystone Lake at 1231, Wekowa at about 1244, then it could make it to near Sand Springs by 1251. So again, this is another night of just unbelievable how these just won't die. They just keep on going. Circulation feature is very strong right in here. So you see 497th West Avenue, and then that extends around 600 Road. So if you're any place in this area, and then extending to 5800 Road, we want you to take tornado precautions right in this area along the county line area, because that's county line, isn't it, right there?
That is.
It is, yeah. And So this is going to track to the east. Michael will have a storm track drawn up for us on that in just a moment again for the south storm. But we're talking about this is the newest tornado warning. 2 tornado warnings in effect right now. And that will be inclusive of just to the west of Tulsa to near Sand Springs coming up. And you can see this is tightened up considerably. Still somewhat broad, but it's a little bit tighter right in here. And that would put it near 5800 Road. So it's already passing. It's passing Jennings as we speak. Strong winds of about 50 to 60 miles an hour possible with this at this moment. And that's also the circulation feature with this will continue. Now back to Lynx 3 for a moment. We're going to go to the south storm. So this is south of the one that's up to the north. So just to give you a perspective of what we're looking at right here, the circulation feature is still in there. And you can see what's going on with this. So this long leading edge. Can I have a reflectivity on that for just a moment?
And we have a new tornado warning as well now.
Another one?
For Central Creek County.
All right, so that's this one right here.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at that and I was like, wow. So we've had 3 of them, just like that.
Yeah.
All right. So basically all of Creek County. We'll just say,
yeah, let's,
just if you're in Creek County, take cover at this moment. The circulation features, we'll just go along the line.
Yeah.
Let's do that. And we'll show you. So 3 tornado warnings in effect right now for Creek County. And okay, and we'll show that as soon as we have a chance. Thanks. Right here, there's 1, and then there's 2, and then there's 3. So there's the 3 tornado warnings in effect right now. So we have our guys coming up across this area at this point, and this is what it looks like. So the circulation features picked up dramatically. Let's close in a little bit closer on City Street on Lynx. And we'll look at this tightened up circulation right here. And you can see where this one is located. And this is not too far off the turnpike right now. This tornado warning was at 12:45.
12:45.
That goes till. So if you are in these areas, you need to be moving to a place of safety if you're in Creek County. And let's go to shear rate if we could.
Yep.
And take a look at that real quick and see what we have. Right around Bellevue is 1. Then also, yeah, if you would. And then around the Olive area, notice this whole line has strong winds potential. Tarleton right now with the tornado warning. And that will extend on to the south. So we have the one that will be moving into the Manford area over the lake. Then we have the one that's down to the south, a little bit further. And that circulation feature is north of Bristow. And then we have this one that's to the south, and that's where Bob has been located. And the circulation looks like it's weakened up a little bit. But if you would, could you go back to velocities?
Yes.
And we'll take a quick look at that. So that's still right in this area. And then we have another one just to the north. And so both of those, we'll do storm tracks. We'll go along the line and just do storm tracks. I think it'd probably be the easiest thing to do. So we can start on the north one, I suppose, since that's a little closer in. So we have 2 tight circulation features, one at Tarleton right now. Again, these are tornado warnings, so we want you to use your tornado precautions, move to a place of safety, and know that this is from Tarleton and extending across just the southern Pawnee County area and northern Creek County. And so this is a tornado warning, and you can see it'll be over the lake at 12:30. It's over Tarleton right at this moment. So if you are in these vicinities, we want you to move to a place of safety. And Creek County now has 3 tornado warnings at this moment. And David, I'm going to have you come back to Lynx. Would you come back out here and go to Lynx 1, I think. And I'm going to have you go ahead and put so we have the tornado warning at Welty moving to the east at 50 miles an hour. And then one 10 miles southwest of Slick or near Slick. All right, so these are the ones. And if you would, give us, so it kind of clears it up, just the graphic that shows where the tornado warnings are in the DMA. So we can kind of look at that a little easier because we've got a lot going on here.
Should be up in the upper left.
This is, so this could move in on Sapulpa before too long on this other one. And the strongest wind shear right now showing up just around, not too far, just to the north of Bristol a little bit, but it's going to be moving in on Kellyville here shortly. And then Sapulpa to Kiefer to Mounds before too long. So this is moving quickly to the east, and I just saw where it was about 50 miles an hour movement. So this is a very fast movement coming across this area. So any place along this leading edge, we have our tornado warning back to the north and west of that, and then we have tornado warnings to the south. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Lynx 1 for a minute and just show you the bigger picture of what we're looking at. Here's the red. Here's Tulsa. Here's the tornado warnings. 1, Southern Pawnee, Northern Creek, Central Creek, and then also Southern Creek and Western Okfuskee County. Severe thunderstorm warnings are behind that. So these are the areas where that's happening. Now let's go back to Lynx 3 for a moment and want to show you the tighter circulation just to the east of Olive at this moment. And you can see that we have one that's still around the Terrellton area and then one a little bit further to the south. So the Terrellton area, this is rotating around Terrellton, moving to the east. And so we want you to be very, very careful. We're going to do a storm track in just a moment on that. The biggest thing with that particular one is that that could move right along the county line between Pawnee and Creek County. So we want you to be very careful on what's going on right there because there is a chance that we could end up with a potential for a quick spin up of a tornado any place along this leading edge. So if you're in this area, we need you to move to a place of safety if you're in a Creek County at this moment.
Brandon has a report for us since he's sitting pretty close to that northern cell.
All right, Brandon, can you give us an update on that? Where is he right now?
Okay, Travis, yeah, I'm heading west out right now on 51. I'm going to be just to the east of Manford. About 2 minutes ago, I believe I saw power flashes just to my west-southwest. I can't see if there's anything on the ground, but I do believe I saw power flashes, Travis.
All right. There's a high probability tonight, the way things went in Oklahoma City, that we have the same atmosphere here that's going on. So we'll have a lot of potential for spin up. So you're looking, I'm looking off the distance. I see flashes of lightning, but that's about it. All right, let's go back to radar real quick. Here it is again. This is east of Terrellton. Brandon is, where's Brandon? There is Brandon. Okay. So he's coming over on 51. Brandon, were you looking to your northwest or southwest? Because we have multiple ones along that line.
I was looking west-southwest, Travis.
Okay. All right. Stay on the radar, please. Thanks. So we have this tighter circulation near Terrellton. He was looking to his west-southwest right along this leading edge. Let's go back along this edge a little bit a little bit further south if we could, Mike. And then along here, this is where we see some of the strongest winds showing up here, and then also back to the south. And then the ones that are to the south at this time, and you can see the circulation just to the north. This is tornado warning still 1245. And then further south, if we could, down to where Bob was on the south storm. So around the Welty area, and then come back in and do some velocity data here, and we'll do a storm track on the south one. So this is Welty, and this is the just to the north of the Welty area right now. Here's a circulation feature. So that's southeast of Bristow. So if you're just there, let's go down to City Street too. Will you pull that full screen, please, guys? Thanks. And so we're looking at just an area, I would say, that would be right around about 890 Road, West 311th Road, and North 3750 Road, and also South 289th West Avenue. So if you are in that area right now, this circulation feature is showing up right here now, and so we could have a possible tornado trying to move in toward the Dentonville area and then into Beggs. So you're really close, Dentonville to near Beggs. You guys, especially Dentonville, could be coming in on you guys just in a moment because that's wrapped up pretty tight right now. Strong damaging winds potential. We don't show Dentonville, but it's right there. And Beggs, 1239, Mounds at 1247. So that's a tornado warning. That's moving again, getting ready to move into Okmulgee County. So these are trucking to the east at a pretty good rate at this moment. Okay, back to the north and look at the one that's to the north. Here's a tighter area, and you can see a little couplet right in here. And so that is, I need full screen on this if we could. Thanks. While we're looking at this because I can't see the streets. Thanks. 161st Street South, and of course that's a turnpike right in here. And this couplet is tightened up considerably near Hayburn. If you're around the Hayburn area right now, you need to take cover. Tornado possible. Tightening up at this point. Circulation looks strong enough that we could actually have a tornado moving from 141st down to 161st around Hayburn, State Highway 66. That will track to the east-northeast. That will also bring it in around the Kellyville area. And so if you are in these areas, and we can do a storm track on this one real quick. So this is ramped up just awful fast for us. So if you're right here, Kellyville coming up at 1221, we're at 1215. You got 5-6 minutes to move to a place of safety. It's worth doing it right now. And then Kiefer at 1235, Glenpool at 1241. So a possibility of a tornado. I know it sounds ridiculous. It doesn't even seem it could be possible with what we've gone through, but there's actually a high probability that we're going to get wind damage or a possible tornado that could spin up out of this, and it has had a history on this line of serious tornadoes. And as I mentioned before, confirmed fatalities in Oklahoma City. So you need to take your precautions just to be on the safe side. This couplet has tightened up considerably right in here. And again, that will be tracking toward Kellyville and then also to the Sapulpa. So if you're here, take cover. Also, let's take a look back to the south a little bit on that line and the thunderstorm line, because this is what we have 3 tornado warnings right now. I'm going to go back, and you can see back to the main couplet right now is near the I-44 that I'm worried about, and then also back to the north just a little bit. Brandon, I'm going to go to you real quick. Have you seen anything else?
Travis, I do see power flashes just to my west-northwest.
Okay.
Power flashes.
All right. All right. Let's get a storm track on that other one, would you, Michael, while he's talking there. Give me how far away? About how far?
I'm in the town of Manford, Travis. It's going to be, looks like it's now going to probably just be south of Westport, probably just north of me by about 3 miles, Travis.
Okay. I'd be on okay, so White River Bandon is located. So right in here, so tornado warning right in here for just areas. And so this is going to be Manford right now, moved to a place of safety over the Keystone Lake, Weequahic, and Sand Springs right now. So if you are in these areas, take cover at this moment. Tornado and possible power flashes going on right now. So that means there could be a tornado very easily just to the, and Brandon, would that be just to your northwest right now?
That's correct, Travis, just south of Westport. If it ain't a tornado, it's strong, damaging wind.
Okay. Right now, right along this leading edge. So again, and it doesn't look like a super tight couplet, but the way the tornadoes have formed, they've happened fast. Let's go to Shear real quick and take a look and see what's going on at this moment with that. So 3 tornado warnings right now showing up at this moment. And Stacia, are you going to run 4? So, huh?
I'll run 4, she'll run 3.
So, okay, all right, sounds good. So let's go to links 3. Are we on links 3? We're on links 3. Okay, gotcha. And so as we look at, why did you guys switch? Just because
he's going to be on.
He's going to be on there. Okay, I see what you're doing. So this is the area that we want to watch real close. So Brandon is right located just to the west of Lake Keystone, back to the south to near Manford. And then let's go further south along the line. This is 1 tornado warning. Further down to along the line continues to show the couplet. Let's go a little bit further right there. Okay, right here on 44. And so this is possible tornado right here at this moment. And so this is a tight, you can see from around right into Kellyville at this moment. Let's go to velocity and take a quick look at what's going on this one. The other, let's go INX real quick and see if that circulation couplet doesn't look quite as intense as it did just a moment ago, but it is right there over Kellyville. We want you to take cover if you're near the Kellyville area. Tornado warning for your area at this moment. Strong damaging winds along the leading edge of this. So be advised for what's going on right there. And so this is coming around, and this is kind of the circulation feature, which gives us that little bit of a pendant look to it. And it's right over Kellyville. You're going to get some strong damaging wind potential right there. Let's go full screen on this for a while until we have something going on. Dell, okay, Dell, are you online with us right now?
Yeah, Trav, I am. I'm sitting here in Kellyville right now. Sirens are sounding, and we see a very, very suspicious lowering just off to our north here.
Okay.
Looks like it's on the about probably northern edge of Kellyville, approximately a mile. It's hard to tell. It's kind of rain wrapped right now. But
okay.
We are starting to get some serious inflow winds almost directly from the south into this storm right now.
All right,
It's
Kelly.
picked up dramatically here in the last 30 seconds.
Okay, back to radar real quick. Thanks. Okay, so it's over Kellyville, and this is right where it would be, because Dal was mentioning this would be on the north side, and this is the updated look at what's going on right here. Is this in this live right now? So that's showing up right there, and quick to links 4 with an update on the storm track. So it's Kellyville right now, Sapulpa 1230, Glenpool 1237. Jenks 1243, so it's going to come into the southern side of Tulsa, and so Dell's right there with that. And here's the circulation feature right over Kellyville and on the north side, so be advised for that. And Brandon's on the north one. We'll have to look at the south one in just a minute. So that's what it looks like there. Back to links 3 for a minute, and then Dell, if you have anything, holler at me if you would.
He does.
Okay, Dell, go ahead. Dell, are you there?
Hey, Travis,
Yeah.
we are right on the outer edge of this circulation right now. We are taking at least 60 to 70 mile-an-hour winds right now. It's really hard to tell because it looks like it's rain wrapped in there, but it would not shock me a bit if there is something on the ground right now. People definitely need to be taking their tornado precautions.
All right, because that's what we have at this moment. We're talking about tornado potential right now on the southwest sides of Tulsa. Vaughn's on the north side of this, and Brandon. So we have a couple of circulation features. Back to velocities real quick, and we're going to look at this. Coming into Tulsa, your alarms are going off now because now the tornado warning's extended into the Tulsa area. So if you're in power flashes right now north of Kellyville on that one, or which one? That was Dell. Dell, go ahead.
We are actually getting power flashes in Kellyville right now.
Okay, be in cover. If you're right now Kellyville to the northeast, you've got to be in cover. Tornado warning for you guys at this point in Kellyville. That's moving to the northeast. A tornado would be on the ground right now and moving to the northeast. So this is Kellyville right in here. And Dell, is that just on your north side?
Actually, now, Trav, it is going on. It's right in the town of Kellyville.
Okay. Velocities, can you go? Okay. So that's live right now? Okay. So right over Kellyville right now, tornado. Tornado warning.
Just probably immediately to our north, Travis.
Yep. It should be just right on. That's what it looks like right now. And keep an eye on the south ones, Michael. And so this is the one coming up. Okay, go ahead. Brandon, go ahead real quick. We have a tornado in Kellyville, north side of Kellyville, crossing 33 in just a moment, coming into Sapulpa on the northwest side of Sapulpa. If you're in Sapulpa, you need to be taking cover right now. There is a tornado potential right there. And so this is the circulation feature that just went through Kellyville. And Adele, you still getting power flashes? Adele, you there?
Yes, we're still here.
Okay, still got power flashes going on?
Yes, we do. The winds have dropped off just a little bit, but it's still very intense.
Stay with the radar for
this kind of a sudden wind, I'm pretty certain that there's very strong rotation, if not an accident on the ground.
All right. And so if you're in the areas from Kellyville back into western areas around Sapulpa, we need you to take cover right now for this storm. This is wrapped up. Tornado warning in effect for this. This is 33. This is also along the turnpike. So this is coming right up the turnpike into the Tulsa area at this moment. You need to move to a place of safety at this moment from Sapulpa, and especially the north and west sides of Sapulpa and in central Sapulpa. This is wrapped up right here. Also further to the north, we still have circulation feature that was just to the north a little bit ago. That does not look quite as intense. Brandon, have you found anything else, or is that about it for you?
Travis, it's heavy rain here on 48 going northbound. I have not seen anything as far as power flashes. It's rain wrapped if there is anything, but I don't see anything.
All right, thanks. Links 4, real quick, coming into Sapulpa right now. And take cover. Tornado, very possible right now on the west side of Sapulpa. These are the locations. This is going to be coming right into the Tulsa area. If this holds together, let's go full screen so we can see this. Thanks. This is for areas just right to the west of Sapulpa. You have a potential tornado right now on the turnpike, and this is moving to the northeast. So you can kind of see some of the locations, like Gathering Place at 1240. We're at 1230. It's moving pretty fast, so it'll be coming through. 60 miles an hour. It's really moving fast. All right, so that's the location. All right, let's go back to links 3 real quick. And you see this is a pendant right in here. Here's the tornado warning. Likely a tornado on the west-northwest sides of Sapulpa right now. Watching the south line. And Michael, kind of keep a look on the south line if you would too. Here's the likely tornado is just right here at city street level. And so this would be a 66, and 33 right in here. And then also with the turnpike. And this is 111th Street moving in. You need to take your tornado precautions right now on the west side of Sapulpa because it's moving right on up into the west and northwest sides of Sapulpa. Tornado warning at this point. Quick look at the shear, and radio stations are with us right now, and we're telling you that we do have a tornado warning in effect for the south and west sides of Tulsa. So this is State Highway 33, south at 161st West Avenue. This would be the center of it right now. This will be going really, I would say, this is going to take it real close to pretty water. This should be a tornado. On the ground. If it isn't a tornado, it's real close. So take cover any place along 111th, 101st, any place along 161st West Avenue. This would be a tornado trying to move into, not trying, is moving very quickly to the northeast. This will go up to 91st Street. So if you're 91st and Highway 97, you need to be in cover right now. Possible tornado for you at this moment, all the way down to the north and west sides of Sapulpa. There's a high probability, again, of a tornado in this area. You can see how it's wrapped up. And if it isn't, and I don't want to get too excited about this, but this is a reason for you to move to a place of safety very quickly, because this has done the same thing that's happened in Oklahoma City. It's a very similar situation. It can wrap up and turn into a very strong tornado very quickly. And as I mentioned before, we've had fatalities in Oklahoma City and injuries because of a situation very similar to this, wrapped up, moving across the area at this moment. So please be careful. Tornado warning from Sapulpa back to the north and to the west at this moment. Do we have anybody that has a visual on that? Does Dale have anything? And Michael, I'm going to have you go back over and I'm going to have you take over with the storm trackers if you could real quick. Because this is a real serious situation coming into the Tulsa area. So this is right at Sapulpa. Circulation feature strong, wrapped up on itself. Shear indicates that we're right in the areas of northwest sides of the city. That'll be up to 91st to 81st now. If you're any place in this area on the northwest sides of Oklahoma City, of Sapulpa, coming across Highway 97, I need you to move to a place of safety right now. So this is the location where we have it at this moment. Dale, are you still there?
Hey, Travis, we are on Highway 66 between Kellyville and Sapulpa right now. Power flashes just occurred right in front of us. Even behind the circulation, we're behind
okay.
miles behind.
Links 4 right now. Dale, stay on the line with me right now. You're coming in to town at this moment. You're getting power flashes.
That's the power flashes.
Okay.
That's the power flashes.
On the north. Vaughn, you see it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the power flashes off my northwest. Still going on. It's still on the ground, Travis.
Okay. Tornado in Sapulpa right now. 91st down to at least, we're going to say, just through the center part of downtown Sapulpa. And that's moving. Circulation feature right in here, just on the north half of Sapulpa, coming right across on the ground right now. Tornado on the ground, moving right across the city, moving across getting ready to move on Canyon Road. You need to go to a place of safety right now. This is very, very serious, and we've had some very bad situations with this system just a while ago. And so this is moving up. You can see where it's going right now. Old Sapulpa Road, and then extending. This is moving into southwest Tulsa right at this time. We should have sirens going off. If you hear sirens, this is going to go to Red Fork, potentially into Tulsa Hills in the southwest side of Tulsa. This is wrapped up at this time. You see some of the locations at this moment on the ground with the tornado. I don't see our guys have any. Dell, do you see anything still power flashes?
Yes, I haven't seen any power flashes because all the power right now is out. We're right behind this thing. We're
Okay.
a little bit, about 2 minutes. Still taking intense winds,
screen.
however.
Please. Okay, thanks. This is right here what's going on right now. So circulation now on the northeast sides of Sapulpa. So now we're up to 81st to 71st Street on down to Sapulpa. Circulation right here. Tornado most likely here. Vaughn, do you see still some power flashes or not? Vaughn, you there? Okay, we have a shot, but we don't. But anyway, so this is the location right in here coming across the city at this moment. Let's go to links 3 real quick with a storm track so you guys have an idea what's going on. So it's on the northeast sides of Sapulpa, in Sapulpa, northeast sides of Sapulpa. This is going to track through Oakhurst and then also into West Tulsa, maybe around Tulsa Hills. So this is coming into town right now. And so if you are in this area, we need you to move to a place of safety. Vaughn, do you still see power flashes? It looks like it's still wrapped up tight.
I'm not seeing power flashes right now, Travis.
Okay.
That's not to say it's not on the ground. Yeah, there's still power flashes.
Okay.
Yep. They just, they come and go, but yes, there's still power flashes.
Okay.
So it's still on the ground, still west of 75.
Yeah.
And winds are picking up here.
Yeah.
In Glenpool. I'm in Glenpool.
Okay. All right. In Glenpool, and this is looks like it's going to come right in about if you're at Tulsa Hills, any place around Tulsa Hills to.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah. Go.
Flash behind me. I just had a power flash two power flashes behind me. South of the intersection, power just went out in Glenpool.
Okay.
Power just went out in Glenpool, and I've got strong winds on my south side.
Yeah.
This is the wraparound, Travis.
Yep.
This is the wraparound.
All right. So the areas of concern, 117th, which is 121st Street to the north. So this is the wraparound, strong winds coming through. You're going to lose power. Try to stream.
This is a big tornado.
Yeah.
This is a big tornado, Travis.
Yes. Okay, keep up with it if you can. Okay, let's go back to links 4 right now. This is in Tulsa, a tornado now on the southwest sides of Tulsa. You have to move to a place of safety right now. We have a tornado that is on the northeast side of Sapulpa. It's coming into the Oakhurst area. It's coming into Tulsa Hills. If you're in this area, you have to go to a place of safety right now. This is a very strong, violent tornado potential right now. And so that means Oaks Country Club area. That means extending into Tulsa Hills. That means Oakhurst. That means West Tulsa. That means any place along the Arkansas River. This is going to be strong, damaging winds coming across the area. And you have to move to a place of safety right now. This is wrapped up. Looks like it could be on the Creek Turnpike right at this point. So this would be at 49th West Avenue, should be the center of it. It is just moving north of 121st Street. It is wrapped up and is most likely a very, very strong tornado. Vaughn, anything else to add to this right now?
Now, I'm getting really strong winds right here at 121st, Travis. It's going to be coming pretty close to the creek. Probably going to go right over Jenks.
It's on the creek heading that way right now. Tulsa Hills to the north side of Jenks.
It's right ahead of me here.
Okay. And so,
just to my north.
all right, so if you're in Jenks, take cover right now. Let's do a quick storm track on links 3. The storm track is moving into Jenks right now. Tulsa Hills, and then Jenks. Tornado on the ground at this moment, doing damage. Power is likely to be going out in your area. You need to make sure that you're still streaming if you can. Get into a place of safety, middle of your home, away from outside windows and walls. This is a serious situation coming into Tulsa, from Jenks to around the Tulsa area, Tulsa Hills, and then to I-44. So we want you to take cover right now. Let's go back to links 4 at this moment. And so this is the circulation. Right now, this is wrapped up right over this. It went through Sapulpa. Now it's moving from Jenks and then also extending around 71st Street and Oakhurst on the north side. This is where it's seriously wrapped up at this particular moment. Tornado warning in effect here. Large damaging hail on the back side of it on Highway 97. Tornado, though, continues to track through the areas from about, if you're any place from around 51st Street, we want you to be careful on I-44, especially in the Jenks area at this moment. There's a high probability still of a tornado. Vaughn, what do you have?
Yep, I'm starting to get strong west winds. It's going to be to my north. I'm right here. Where am I? At 121st?
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Coming up on 121st.
All right. And keep watching. You're going to be awful close to it. I don't know how to get you around it. I don't know. Mike can possibly get you around it. But the tornado, likely right now, if it's not a tornado, is strong damaging wind potential. Tornado likely, though, crossing the county line onto Highway 75. Does it look like it's straight north of you right now?
Yep. It's going to be straight north of me, Travis. I haven't seen any power flashes in the last minute.
Okay. Well, God willing,
tell you what,
it
we got
lifts.
some really, really chaotic. I'm getting winds of 80 miles an hour right now, Travis, from the west.
Yeah.
It's very chaotic.
Okay. It's on the Jenks Creek Turnpike to the north to Tulsa Hills. That's the target zone right now. That's moving across the river headed toward ORU. It is still tight enough that it could be a tornado if we're not getting any power flashes. Let's go to links 3 real quick with a storm track. Power flashes here? Showing up on the camera? Vaughn does. Vaughn, go ahead. Keep Vaughn's mic open. Vaughn, go ahead.
What's that?
What?
It's right there. Don't go any farther. Don't go any further. If you ain't go anywhere, go south.
All right, so tornado warning in Jenks, 71st to 121st. Take cover right now, crossing the river, getting ready to cross the river. It's on the Jenks area and down to Tulsa Hills. So we're going to do a wide area because of how strong the winds are. Yeah, you can leave that up if we see it. But this is a circulation feature. Back to velocity real quick. To shear rate real quick, and let's see if that's still popping up on that area. So it is. So it's right on the turnpike to Jenks, up to about 71st Street. This is the circulation going almost due east, east-northeast. That's taking it to ORU. That's taking it to around 101st Street. So if you're in this area, you have to move to a place of safety right now. Tornado warning in Tulsa at this moment.
More power flashes to the north.
All right, I hear you. Power flashes. Okay, due north or to the northeast? Back to velocities, please. I see the power flashes. That's that bluish color you see right there. That's tornado on the ground. So tornado on the ground. Links 4. Are we there? Full screen. All right. So here it is, right here. So it's now from Tulsa Hills to Jenks.
Hey,
Go.
I'm getting about 90-mile-an-hour winds from the west, northwest.
Okay.
It's
All right.
This is wraparound. It's to my north. It's got a turnpike somewhere around Jenks.
Yeah. Move full screen for a minute. Okay. Go south just a little bit. Southeast. There you go. Right here in Jenks, north side Jenks, over the airport. Most likely that's
More
a location.
power flashes
All right.
to my northeast. Power flashes to my northeast.
Yep. And Vaughn's right here. He's looking northeast. If you're on radio right now, this is over the Creek Turnpike. Anybody near ORU, Creek Turnpike to the south to 121st, take cover. This goes all the way over to Memorial. And just take cover right now because a tornado is on the ground in Tulsa doing damage. Power flash is showing up. Is Vaughn still on the line? All right, Vaughn, go ahead. You still have power flashes.
Yep.
Should be crossing the Arkansas River.
Not power flashes in the last 15 seconds, but I'm still getting 80-mile-an-hour winds out of the west, northwest.
All right.
It's all north power flashes almost to my northeast now.
Yeah, that's
to
right.
my northeast.
Over the river.
Yep.
It's over the river right now. So that's where it is located. Let's go back full screen for a minute. We got to look at this real close. Go back to velocities too, if you would, please. This is over the river right now. Jenks to over the river.
I got damage.
Yep.
South of the Creek Turnpike, there's damage.
Okay. So this is right on the Creek Turnpike to the north. You guys have to take cover right now. And any place along the Creek Turnpike, go to a place of safety right now. Tornado on the ground. Where I'm going to confirm it, just even based on what's going on. A storm track on links 3 real quick. And the storm track right now, ORU down to the south to 100 and about 21st. And then all the way to the east. Any place to the east of that, tornado likely at about right now in Jenks, just off to the, should be across the river right now. Moving to the east on about 101st. So you have to be in a place of safety right now. You can be streaming with us. Make sure you are. And it is cleared Highway 75 in Sapulpa to the west. This is moving right now across the turnpike. Vaughn, anything else? Links 4.
No, not right now. I'm trying to catch back up with it right now.
Okay, full screen. Thanks. All right, so it's still wrapped up right over ORU, went over the Jenks and the airport, and now over ORU.
We got more damage.
Okay.
More damage.
And also moving
Still
into 81st. This is very serious.
I'm south of the Creek Turnpike, so just now I'm going to exit off on the Creek Turnpike here.
All right. Creek Turnpike to ORU and extend to the south just a little bit more. Come south a little bit. Thanks. There's 101st, so it should be right now just right across the turnpike.
Power flashes to my northeast.
All right. So it's still right here. Strong damaging winds with a tornado embedded in South Tulsa. If you're in South Tulsa, take cover right now. We have a tornado on the ground in Tulsa. And if it isn't a tornado, it's excessively damaging winds, which is similar to a tornado. But we do expect this to be a tornado. It's still wrapped up, doing damage right along the Creek Turnpike. If you're south of it to 121st, if you're north of it to 51st, you need to go to your safe place, go to a tornado shelter. Do not try to leave your place if you're right near it at this moment because the potential for getting hurt is much higher. So move to the center part of your house right at this moment. This again is a tornado in Tulsa at this moment doing damage along the Creek Turnpike. Vaughn, what else you have?
Yeah, I'm just now getting on the Creek Turnpike going east.
Okay, all right. So he's coming up behind it at this point, and so he'll see what's going on. If you're right now, this full screen, yeah, thanks. So this is going on in South Tulsa, 101st, 91st is the main core of this, velocities and any debris balls that you can get on there, tornado debris. So this is, and can you do a quick look at that real quick? Links 3, power flashes. Okay, so it's tornado on the ground still, doing damage, now moving over to Memorial at this moment. So again, tornado on the ground on 91st to 101st, and just a place from about 71st extending down to, go ahead.
Power lines down on the Creek Turnpike.
There's
Power
what?
lines down on the Creek Turnpike.
Yeah, we've got a tornado. We've got a bad situation in South Tulsa right now. You have to move to a place of safety. Tornado right now across southern Tulsa County, or I should say southern Tulsa, right at this moment. Yeah.
Hey,
Dal,
Travis.
go ahead, Dal.
This is Dal. We're on 75 Highway, headed into Jenks. We have Jenks metal alongside the highway right now.
Okay, all right. Tornado on the ground, doing damage now. Should be getting close to Memorial at this point, 81st, 91st. Do you see a correlation coefficient, anything? You haven't? Okay. So that's the only good news. Otherwise, it's strong damaging wind potential. We can't tell for sure if it's a tornado because it's wrapped up so strongly that it's bringing in strong westerly winds. Hey, Vaughn, how strong are the winds? Are they coming out of the west right now?
No, they're coming out of the northwest at about 70 to 80 miles an hour still.
Okay. All right.
We're here on the Creek Turnpike.
This is a huge mezzo right now over Woodland Hills Mall, basically around Memorial. And so this has moved to the east very rapidly. It's moving at about, what do you have, Station? About 50? 55. So this is coming just flying across the southern parts of the city right now. So if you're from 51st down to 121st, you have to take cover. This is moving through Memorial right now, around the Memorial area. Woodland Hills Mall.
Power flashes to my east, northeast.
All right. So that'd be right around the Woodland Hills Mall area. And you've got it, what, links to? Or I mean on
T2, you can see this happening.
All right. You can put T2 on the side for a minute, and you'll be able to see. I just put it on the side. I need to keep tracking with what's going on if you can. You can two-box for a little bit. We're now to the Woodland Hills Mall. We're right around the Creek Turnpike. This whole zone in here has strong damaging wind potential.
Power flashes to my east, northeast.
All right. Yep, we see them. And you can see it on the screen there, the blue, the greenish blue hue that's, I don't know if you can turn that camera to the right just a tad bit, but this is a tornado warning for southern Tulsa County. 81st, well, really, let's go back up to 61st. That goes down to 101st. Tornado should have just crossed not too far from Woodland Hills Mall area to the south, and the strong damaging winds now cutting across right around 169 where it has intersected with Memorial. So a tornado likely. You can see the power flashes continuing on the screen off to the, oh, too far. Come back to the left. Okay. And then this is the circulation feature. Links 4, is that what you said, Station? Links 4, circulation, Woodland Hills Mall area, wrapped up right around here, coming across the areas from 81st. And you can see that this is the location down to 101st to Woodland Hills Mall. This whole area, strong damaging winds rolling across southern Tulsa County. So if you're around 121st Street South, that goes back on up to about 51st Street North. We have a rotating area of strong damaging winds, an embedded area of a tornado most likely that's on the ground at this moment. And so that would be right near the Woodland Hills Mall to about 91st Street. Moving to the east, they'll be moving into Broken Arrow. So if you take 71st due east, 81st due east, 101st due east into Broken Arrow at this time, most likely you'll have a tornado coming in your area. This has been a long track tornado, and it is going to be excessively strong. Flashes continue to show up on this along the leading edge of this. Vaughn, are you getting the same thing? Can you see it? Because it's in the same place. That means that's a tornado on the ground right now. And
no,
so
I've got heavy rain right now, Travis, coming up on the
links 3.
I've got signs blown down here. Oh, yeah, big power flash just ahead of me.
Okay, so this
just
is
east.
Okay, this is on the Creek Turnpike and right along Memorial, back on up to around 71st Street. Damaging tornado on the ground right now and doing damage right in this area. You have to be in your safe place. This is a serious situation. This should be moving right now across the areas from Woodland Hills Mall back to the south on 101st. This is tracking to the east. Again, heading into Broken Arrow. This is a tornado in Tulsa. And this is on the south side of the city at this moment. Broken Arrow coming up at 1248. NSU campus as well. So that circulation now moving across 169. And so this is right across the areas and has crossed 169, it looks like. Now extending across an area from 81st to 71st Kenosha, and which is 71st in Kenosha, and then extending back to the south to near 101st. So this has gone through the Jenks area, Creek Turnpike to the north to around the Woodland Hills Mall area is the most highly likely area for you to have significant severe damage. Tornado warning continues in effect for southern Tulsa County and also for an area that's mainly the city of Tulsa. That goes from around the Kenosha area, Woodland Hills Mall area, 71st Street, back down to 121st to 100 and maybe 26th, but it'll be just along the Creek Turnpike, and then it'll be just north of that. And the power flashes
are to the east.
Still continuing?
Yeah, more power flashes to the east.
All right. So that'd be due east, and so that'd be along the creek, which is right in here. So from Woodland Hills back, let's go to Shear and back to the or I mean not to Shear, but to Velocities. There we go. So it'd be from we're right wrapped up from Woodland Hills Mall across to 169. That's 71st Street down to 91st Street. Tornado right now crossing 169 just to the east of 169 probably, or at least crossing right at this time. Vaughn, I don't know how much damage, and we'll worry about that later because we got to keep people informed of what's going on. But if you're in southern Tulsa County, tornado warning in effect right now, and it's really southern Tulsa and Broken Arrow, not so much far southern Tulsa County. So this is the area of concern. Garnett Road now is crossing Mingo Garnett area with a tornado warning right in this area. And so can we still see power flashes, Michael, or not?
Like we are seeing a few, yeah.
All right, so it's still likely on the ground right in this area, moving across the southern parts of the city at this moment, moving into Broken Arrow. If you're in Broken Arrow, you have to take cover right now. Let's go back full screen if we could.
Looks like they're without
so this
power
would
there,
be
is that right?
This would be an area that now is moving over to 129th East Avenue and around 91st Street. And so most likely this is a tornado right here. And so it'd be just continuing to move. If you're in advance of this, if you're in Broken Arrow, you need to take cover. Downtown Broken Arrow, south side of Broken Arrow, you need to move to a place of safety. And this will go all the way up to, let's say, 61st Street. If you're from 61st Street down to the south, you need to be in cover right now. Tornado or at least strong, excessively damaging winds. Vaughn, anything else can you see right now?
No, not right now, Travis. Haven't seen any power flashes in the last 30 seconds.
Okay.
Power is out all along the Creek Turnpike that I can see. I see a lot of debris scattered around. So there has been damage along the Creek Turnpike, probably north and south of the Creek Turnpike. So I'm going to continue east here on the creek. No power flashes. That's the good news in the last, minute or so.
All right. And then I think Darren, I don't know if Darren's coming in intercepted on the west or the east side. He is. Darren, I don't see him, but anyway, this is in the Broken Arrow area and back to the west of Woodland Hills. So this is kind of spread out right in here. The Woodland Hills area, though, and it's kind of looks like that looks a little different on velocities. Is that the latest velocity update? I mean, reflectivity? It should be live. Okay, it should be live? Okay. So that circulation looks like it could be from Woodland Hills Mall now and to the east on 71st a little bit more than further south. This is strong damaging winds, it looks like. A little bit further to the south, this is wrapped back up again around 71st. So if you're around 71st to 61st to 51st, let's go to 41st now, because if you're at 41st Street South and A Place South, be very, very careful, because this is wrapped up right in here. And reflectivity of, let's see, what do you have? You have shear rate, and did we see anything on correlation? Nothing. So the only good thing right now out of the radar is the fact we haven't seen a whole lot of debris lofted in the air, which means that there could be more strong damaging winds than tornado damage. So that would, if that's good. But right now, the circulation feature would be at 71st. Looks like it could be up to near 61st. And now moving across areas, I would say about 129th. East Avenue, and then also moving in across the Broken Arrow area with strong damaging wind potential on the south side and a tornado couplet right here. INX velocities, if you could, and give me an update on that, and we'll take a look at that. Was that SRX or was that INX? That INX, okay. So it looks like circulation right around the Kenosha area, 71st Street, and then where it intersects, let's go full screen if we could, guys, for a minute, at 161st Street. East Avenue now to 51st, and then about 41st right in this area. And then this is still wrapped up right in here. You got something, Michael? Vaughn, go ahead. Vaughn, go ahead. He's ready.
Hey, Michael.
Vaughn, okay. As Travis, Vaughn, did you have something you needed?
Yeah, you want me to take the Creek Turnpike around? You want me to take 169?
I would. Where's Darren right now?
Darren's in Bixby.
He's around the Bixby area?
I think Creek Turnpike will get him faster.
All right. Creek. All right, Vaughn, take the Creek. Take the Creek. All right. So this is circulation feature. Doesn't look quite as tight as it was just a while ago when it was coming through Jenks, but it's still wrapped up on the from Broken Arrow back to the northwest. So this is kind of lifted just a little bit further north and east. So if now we're going to move you to 41st. Let's go up to 31st now. 31st down to about 81st Street South. And this is the big circulation feature. So this is still wrapped up. It's not as intense. It doesn't look quite as it was just a few moments ago. It has cycled. We had fatalities in Oklahoma City. We have had injuries there associated with this Again, unbelievable situation that we're having with the weather right now. And so this is on the Broken Arrow Expressway at about 61st to really around 71st Street. And so this would be the main couplet still in this zone. So this is still the circulation feature going on up to 51st Street. And this is right where the circulation will be the strongest. This is where the highest probability of still a tornado would exist. And it looks still strong enough to produce a tornado. So I want you to take your precautions as this continues to track to the east. And we're getting a storm track made just in a second here. But at 51st, we're ready. Links 3, if we could. On Links 3, and there it is, storm track at this moment. And the circulation feature strongest just on the north side of Broken Arrow. And at this point, Fair Oaks would be at 1 o'clock. Inola, if this continues at this rate, 110, 110. The area that we're looking at that is worst at this point would be in an area from around Broken Arrow, on north sides of Broken Arrow, and then moving back to the east. So you can see that this will take it up to around 412. It's just a little bit north of due east. And circulation strongest now, running around 161st Street to 193rd at 51st. So this would be where the tornado would be located if it's on the ground right now. Vaughn, anybody see power flashes right now?
Hey, Mike.
You got anything with power flashes? Brandon, go. Brandon, are you there?
Yeah, Travis, right now we're on 412 here. I'm just in heavy rain. I'm getting about quarter-size hail. We're going to keep east. We're going to try to intercept it eastbound, Travis.
All right, okay, thanks. Station's reporting a lot of damage coming in. Trees, roadways, and everything, okay. The circulation is still very, very strong for you guys. So 209th East Avenue, the location right now, Broken Arrow Expressway from Kenosha, Broken Arrow Expressway, back to the north to about 41st, maybe 31st Street north. Let's go to 21st Street north now, because this is kind of going a little bit just north of due east. So if you're in this area right now, so a tornado warning still in effect for the east sides of Tulsa. We've had a tornado come in from Sapulpa, Kellyville area, move through the Jenks area, along the Creek Turnpike, and now is in Broken Arrow on the north, basically the north sides of Broken Arrow at this point. It continues to track to these. It should intercept intersect someplace around 41st to 51st and the Creek Turnpike in North Broken Arrow. So if you're in that area, be advised. Let's go to Links 3 with a quick track of what's going on right here. Storm track, this is the latest. So 51st, center of the circulation, 51st down to about 81st. Or we'll say Kenosha. So 51st to Kenosha. In fact, an update right now is to the east to 209th East Avenue, tracking to the east. So if you're any place from around 21st Street north, back on down to the south to about 71st Street, you have the highest probability of a tornado right now, coupled near Albany Street, and then that'd be 209th West Avenue. So there's still a high probability of a tornado in your area or strong damaging wind potential. Please move to a place of safety. And it's going to be advancing to the east right now, and we're going to see that going all the way. We could, County Line, it's already County Line Road, and we're at the County Line Road right now. And so that's going to be going across all of northwestern Wagner County. Just want you to move to a place of safety right now if you're in northwestern Wagner County. Tornado warning has been extended. Let's go to Links 4, please. And here's the tight couplet that's still going on right in here. So we're right on County Line Road, where the higher probability of the tornado would be located. And then wind damage potential is very, very likely across the Creek Turnpike, all across the Creek Turnpike, and then that extend up to NSU and beyond to 21st Street. So the couplet at this point is now 193rd East Avenue over County Line, moving to the east, still moving about 50, Stacia? 50, 55, okay. So if you're in this area, we need you to move to a place of safety. This will continue to go over the turnpike, continue all the way to 257th East Avenue, and then that's probably around 41st, 257th might be the target zone, about right in here, and to 51st. So on Omaha Street, you should be taking cover. Albany, you should be in cover right now. Southern Broken Arrow, Central and Northern Broken Arrow at this time. From 61st back on up to 41st Street, and then extending from around 209th West Avenue. So this would be the circulation feature that is still showing up right here at this point. So we need you to continue to move to a place of safety here. Sheer at this point in here, see, yeah, still showing up very unfortunately well. That would put us at this point. Let's make sure everybody from 21st Street north to extending back down to Kenosha or 71st Street for folks who aren't from Broken Arrow. It's moved out of the Tulsa area, is now moving to the east very rapidly, And you see the circulation feature continues to move from County Line Road, having moved rapidly further to the east. So now we're at 41st, 51st, having crossed the Creek Turnpike and now moving farther to the east. And so the circulation feature right in here, damaging winds. Have you had any other reports of damage coming in? A lot of it? Just a lot of it? Okay. This circulation feature is still going strong enough that we need you to be taking cover. We have severe thunderstorm warnings on the south side in Muskogee County. We have a severe thunderstorm in northern Tulsa County. Tornado warning, though, is the one that's the worst scenario playing out right now. This is this line coming across the area. So we're in the Doppler mode right now looking at high velocity areas, and so that's why we don't have an extension of the deal. But severe thunderstorm over Skiatook, Sperry, down through Tulsa with our tornado warning in Broken Arrow. That extends back down to the south and around the Henrietta with severe thunderstorms. Back in the Tulsa area, Broken Arrow at this point, severe thunderstorms still. As we look at what's going on here, the winds are going to be very strong, about 50 to 70 miles per hour right in this zone. And so that's still showing up. And let's go full screen so I can look at the city streets a little bit easier. Thanks. 305th East Avenue and about 51st to 41st is most likely the zone where this is headed at this point. So the circulation feature is still the strongest right in here. So that'd be 41st, 51st, then extending all the way now to 305th East Avenue. We're in Wagner County at this time. And so this is going to continue to move to the east, northeast. You have it almost due east?
East at about 50 to 55.
Okay, so I mean, it's still just mobile and across the area. So circulation right in here, just having moved over the Creek Turnpike, and it will continue to track just to the northeast around 305th east. And so we're on 41st Street is probably the core of if it's on the ground right now. We're not getting any of our guys, but our guys aren't in a great place right at this moment to be able to see power flashes. So if you're right here, there's a couplet that still shows up just east of the Creek Turnpike off to the east, and then that continues over to around 305th East Avenue. And so that is still going strong right in here with strong damaging wind potential. And if you could, let's go to Shear for a moment.
This is going to be close to the Springtown Church.
Springtown Church, if you know where that's at. And again, 41st, 51st. This is where it's headed. This is where it has been because this shows up what has happened already. So this is already the wind damage and shear that's the highest moved across the creek. So we're just about a little bit to the east of that right now. So we'd be pushing at about 51st and now I would say to 31st. Let's go on up to about, well, let's go up to 11th Street just to be on the safe side. So anywhere from 11th to about 51st has the highest probability of the strong damaging winds or still a rotating area right in this area. So it's kind of centered from 51st, 41st to 31st if you want to get real picky where it is and association or specific, I should say, and 257th East Avenue and then extending all the way to 309th East Avenue. So that is a kind of broad area, but I need you guys to take cover right now. We need you, not I. We need you to take cover right now. The tornado warning is extending now across, getting ready to extend across the river.